Top 6 Best Bread Alternatives for Diabetics. If you've ever stood in a grocery store staring at the bread aisle wondering, what can I actually eat with diabetes? You're not alone. Today we're making it simple. Best friendly bread alternatives that not only satisfy your cravings, but also support your heart, nerve, kidneys, and overall health. Get ready to discover smart, tasty options that won't spike your blood sugar and might just change the way you think about bread forever. Awesome. Let's dive in. 1. Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread is one of the top choices for people with diabetes who are searching for healthier bread options that won't send their blood sugar soaring. What makes it different from regular bread is the way it's made. Instead of using white or refined wheat flour, Ezekiel bread is made from sprouted whole grains and legumes like wheat, barley, lentils, millet, and soybeans. This sprouting process breaks down some of the starches in the grains, which helps lower the bread's impact on blood sugar. Research shows that sprouted grains generally have a lower glycemic index than non-sprouted grains, making them a much better option for blood sugar control. A single slice of Ezekiel bread contains about 15 grams of total carbs, 3 to 5 grams of fiber, and roughly 4 to 5 grams of protein. That brings the net carbs down to around 10 to 12 grams per slice. The glycemic index is around 36, which is considered low and far better than the 70-plus GI of white bread. This slower digestion helps prevent sharp spikes in blood sugar levels. Ezekiel bread is also free from added sugars, refined flours, and preservatives, making it a clean and wholesome choice. You're not just getting better blood sugar control, you're also supporting heart health, nerve function, and kidney health thanks to the fiber, magnesium, and B vitamins packed inside each slice. One loaf usually weighs about 24 ounces and contains 20 to 24 slices. In the U.S., you'll typically find Ezekiel bread in the freezer section of stores like Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Sprouts, and many major supermarkets. Popular brands like Food for Life usually sell for $5 to $7 per loaf. It's more expensive than regular bread, but the nutritional value is well worth it. Just remember to keep the loaf frozen and take out slices as needed. They stay fresh longer that way. Here's a pro tip. Pair Ezekiel bread with protein or healthy fat like eggs, avocado, or almond butter to further reduce its effect on blood sugar. Watch your portions. One slice is often enough. And always read the label. Not all sprouted breads are the same. Some may still contain sweeteners like honey or molasses. Also, since it contains gluten, it's not suitable for those with celiac disease. Still, for most people with diabetes, Ezekiel bread can be a smart, satisfying, and blood sugar-friendly choice. 2. Whole wheat tortillas. Whole wheat tortillas can be a great choice for people with diabetes, but only if you know what to look for. They're made from whole grain wheat flour, which means they contain more fiber, vitamins, and minerals compared to regular white flour tortillas. That fiber helps slow down how quickly your body digests and absorbs the carbs, leading to a slower rise in blood sugar after you eat. Scientific research has shown that diets rich in whole grains can improve insulin sensitivity and help lower the risk of blood sugar spikes, which makes whole wheat tortillas a much smarter option than refined alternatives. Nutritionally, a standard 8-inch whole wheat tortilla has about 22 to 25 grams of total carbohydrates. But thanks to the 4 to 6 grams of fiber it usually contains, the net carbs drop to around 18 to 20 grams. Some smaller tortillas have even fewer carbs, and there are low-carb versions that go as low as 5 to 6 net grams per tortilla. Whole wheat tortillas typically have a moderate glycemic index, somewhere between 50 and 55, which is much better than white bread or regular flour tortillas that can spike blood sugar quickly. You also get around 4 grams of protein per tortilla, and they're generally low in fat, especially if you avoid versions made with hydrogenated oils. Whole wheat tortillas offer some important health benefits for people with diabetes beyond blood sugar control. The fiber supports heart health by helping to lower LDL cholesterol levels. They also provide small amounts of magnesium and B vitamins, which help support nerve function and kidney health, two common areas of concern in long-term diabetes management. Here's a helpful tip. Choose whole wheat tortillas that are labeled 100% whole wheat and have no added sugars or refined flours. Check the ingredient list carefully. Some tortillas that claim to be whole wheat still use enriched flour or contain sweeteners like honey or molasses. Brands like Mission Carb Balance, La Banderita Low Carb, and 365 Whole Foods Market make good options that are widely available across U.S. grocery stores. These usually sell for around $3 to $5 per pack of 8 to 10 tortillas. For the best blood sugar control, pair your tortilla with high-fiber vegetables and lean proteins like grilled chicken, eggs, or beans. Avoid stuffing it with high-carb fillings or fried foods. And watch your portions. One tortilla per meal is usually plenty. Also, remember that whole wheat tortillas contain gluten, so they aren't suitable for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. But for most people with diabetes, whole wheat tortillas can be a balanced, flexible, and satisfying addition to your diet. By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown of diabetic-friendly bread alternatives, take a second to hit that like button. It really helps more people find this kind of content. 3. Almond flour bread. Almond flour bread is one of the most diabetes-friendly bread options available today, and for good reason. Unlike traditional breads made with wheat or refined flours, almond flour bread is made from finely ground blanched almonds, which means it's naturally low in carbohydrates and free from grains. For people with diabetes, this is a big deal because it helps minimize blood sugar spikes. Research has shown that almond-based products have a minimal impact on blood glucose, thanks to their high fiber and healthy fat content. These nutrients slow down the digestion process, which results in a steadier release of glucose into the bloodstream rather than a sharp rise. A typical slice of almond flour bread contains just 2 to 4 grams of net carbs, depending on the brand or recipe. It also provides around 3 to 5 grams of fiber and about 5 to 6 grams of protein per slice. These numbers are impressive compared to standard white or wheat bread. The glycemic index of almond flour is estimated to be around 25 or even lower, placing it firmly in the low GI category, which is perfect for managing diabetes. Plus, almond flour is naturally free from added sugars, refined flours, or preservatives. That makes almond flour bread a clean, wholesome option that not only supports blood sugar control, but also benefits your heart, kidneys, and nerve health. It's rich in vitamin E, magnesium, and potassium, 3 nutrients that play a key role in preventing complications from diabetes. When it comes to enjoying almond flour bread, portion control still matters. Even though it's low in carbs, it's also high in calories and fats because it's made from nuts. One slice is often enough to satisfy hunger, especially when paired with protein or healthy fats like eggs, turkey slices, or avocado. Here's a pro tip. Almond flour bread can be quite dense, so toasting it can improve the texture and flavor. And because it's so low in carbs, it works great for sandwiches or breakfast toast without causing a blood sugar spike. Did you know that almond flour bread is now widely available in the U.S.? Brands like Base Culture, Julian Bakery, and Simple Needs offer clean label versions with no added sugars or starches. These are usually found in the refrigerated or freezer sections and are priced between $6 and $9 per loaf. One common mistake people make is assuming all low-carb breads are the same. Some contain hidden starches or artificial fibers that may still raise blood sugar. Always check the label for real ingredients like almond flour, eggs, and flaxseed. And remember, almond flour is made from tree nuts, so it's not suitable for anyone with a nut allergy. For everyone else, it's a satisfying, blood sugar-friendly alternative that can easily fit into a diabetic meal plan. 4. Coconut flour bread. Coconut flour bread is one of the smartest choices for people with diabetes who want to enjoy bread without worrying about blood sugar spikes. Made from dried ground coconut meat, this flour is naturally low in digestible carbs and extremely high in fiber, which helps slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. Research has shown that diets rich in fiber can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce post-meal glucose levels. That makes coconut flour an ideal ingredient for a blood sugar-friendly bread. Unlike breads made from wheat or refined flour, coconut flour bread doesn't cause sharp spikes and crashes, making it a steady source of energy throughout the day. Nutritionally, coconut flour bread is a powerhouse in a small slice. One slice usually contains about 6 to 8 grams of total carbohydrates, with around 4 to 6 grams of fiber. That brings the net carbs down to just 2 to 4 grams per slice, It also offers 4 to 6 grams of protein, especially in recipes or store-bought versions that include eggs. The glycemic index of coconut flour is estimated to be very low, around 35 or less, meaning it has a very minimal effect on blood sugar. Most quality coconut flour breads contain no added sugars, no refined flours, and are completely gluten-free. This is great news for people with diabetes who are also managing gluten sensitivity or simply trying to eat a cleaner, more natural diet. In addition to helping with blood sugar control, coconut flour bread can also support heart health, nerve function, and kidney protection. The healthy fats in coconut, particularly lauric acid, may help improve cholesterol levels, while the high fiber content helps reduce inflammation and support digestive health. For those managing diabetes long-term, these are essential benefits. Here's a helpful pro tip. Because coconut flour is highly absorbent, it requires more eggs and moisture than other flours, which also increases its protein content. This makes the bread denser and more filling, so just one slice is often enough. Pair it with protein-rich toppings like eggs, grilled chicken, or sugar-free nut butter for a satisfying blood sugar-friendly meal. Did you know that you can find coconut flour bread in many U.S. stores today? Brands like Julian Bakery, Liberated Specialty Foods, and Thrive Market carry coconut flour bread in the freezer section. Prices typically range from $6 to $9 per loaf. Just be careful. Some products labeled low-carb or gluten-free still include starchy fillers like tapioca or rice flour, which can raise blood sugar. Always check the ingredients list carefully. The only real precaution is for people with coconut allergies or sensitivities, although coconut is technically a fruit, not a tree nut. But for most people with diabetes, coconut flour bread is a nutrient-dense, satisfying option that keeps blood sugar stable and supports long-term health. 5. Pumpernickel bread. Pumpernickel bread is one of the most underrated bread options for people with diabetes. And once you understand how it works with your blood sugar, you'll see why it deserves a spot on your plate. Traditional pumpernickel is made from whole rye grains that are coarsely ground and baked slowly at a low temperature for many hours. This old-fashioned baking method not only gives the bread its deep, rich flavor and dark color, but it also helps lower its glycemic response. Research has shown that rye-based breads, especially those made without refined flour or added sugars, lead to a slower rise in blood sugar and help improve insulin sensitivity. That's because rye flour contains different types of carbohydrates and more soluble fiber compared to wheat. When it comes to nutrition, a single slice of authentic pumpernickel bread typically contains about 15 to 18 grams of total carbohydrates, with around 2 to 3 grams of fiber. This means the net carbs are around 12 to 15 grams per slice. It also has about 3 to 4 grams of protein and minimal fat. The glycemic index of traditional pumpernickel bread ranges between 41 and 50, which is significantly lower than that of white bread or even most whole wheat breads. That slow digestion rate helps keep blood sugar levels more stable, which is critical for diabetes management. As long as the bread is made from 100% whole rye and doesn't contain added sugars or refined wheat, it's a smart, blood sugar-friendly option. Pumpernickel also brings a few extra health benefits to the table. Rye flour is a good source of magnesium and antioxidants, which can help protect your nerves and kidneys, two areas often affected by long-term diabetes. The fiber also helps improve heart health by lowering LDL cholesterol and supporting better digestion. Since it's dense and filling, one slice goes a long way. Try pairing it with lean protein like turkey, cottage cheese, or a boiled egg for a balanced, low glycemic meal. Did you know that not all pumpernickel breads are created equal? Many brands use molasses, caramel coloring, or refined flour to imitate the look and taste of real pumpernickel. Always check the ingredient list. Brands like Mestemacher and Rubschlager offer authentic German-style pumpernickel and are available in many U.S. supermarkets and health food stores, usually for around $3 to $5 per loaf. One common mistake is assuming that any dark bread is healthy. It's not. Always read the label and choose pumpernickel that lists whole rye or rye meal as the first ingredient. And unless you have a sensitivity to gluten or rye, this is one bread that can be part of a diabetes-friendly diet without guilt. 6. Portobello mushroom buns. Portobello mushroom buns are one of the most diabetes-friendly bread alternatives you can find, and they bring way more to the table than just novelty. These large, hearty mushroom caps are naturally low in carbohydrates, high in flavor, and incredibly versatile. For people with diabetes, they offer a way to enjoy burgers or sandwiches without worrying about a spike in blood sugar. That's because portobello mushrooms fall into the category of non-starchy vegetables, which means they have almost no effect on blood glucose levels. Research supports that non-starchy, fiber-rich vegetables can improve insulin sensitivity and help stabilize blood sugar over time, making portobello buns a smart and natural choice. Nutritionally, one large portobello mushroom cap contains about 3 to 4 grams of total carbohydrates, including roughly 1 gram of fiber and under 1 gram of sugar. That brings net carbs to just around 2 to 3 grams per cap, far less than even the most low-carb bread options. They're also very low in calories, with one cap averaging just 20 to 30 calories. Because they have no added sugars, refined flours, or starches, their glycemic index is practically zero, and their glycemic load is just as low. This makes them ideal for anyone trying to keep their blood sugar steady. Beyond blood sugar control, portobello mushrooms offer impressive health benefits for people with diabetes. They're rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and supports kidney function. They also contain B vitamins like riboflavin and niacin, which play a role in nerve health and energy metabolism. Another bonus is selenium, an antioxidant that helps fight inflammation and protects cells from damage, something especially important for those managing diabetes long-term. A great tip for preparing portobello buns is to remove the gills on the underside and lightly brush them with olive oil before roasting or grilling. This keeps the texture firm and helps prevent sogginess. You can use them as a bun replacement for turkey burgers, grilled chicken, or even eggplant sandwiches. Add low-carb toppings like leafy greens, tomato slices, avocado, or mustard for a delicious, fiber-rich meal. Did you know most major grocery stores across the U.S. sell portobello mushroom caps pre-cleaned and ready to cook? A pack of 4 usually costs around $4 to $6. Some stores even offer pre-grilled versions, but be cautious. Always check for added sauces or marinades that might include sugars or starches. One common mistake is overcooking the mushrooms, which makes them too soft to hold together. Stick to 8 to 10 minutes per side on the grill or oven, and they'll hold up beautifully. And while rare, people with mushroom allergies should avoid them. For everyone else, portobello mushroom buns are a delicious, blood sugar-friendly alternative that proves healthy eating can still be satisfying. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who's trying to eat healthier with diabetes. And if you want more easy, science-backed tips on diabetic-friendly foods, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Got a favorite bread alternative or one you're curious about? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what's working for you. Let's take control of diabetes, one smart bite at a time.